You wake up at 3 a.m., not gradually, not gently, wide awake, instantly, like something switched on. Because something did. Your body has a scheduled biological event that happens every night around 3 a.m. Not insomnia, not anxiety, but a biological alarm. One that most people have been treating as a sleep problem when it's actually a cortisol event. And once you understand exactly what's happening in your body in that specific window, 3 a.m. stops being terrifying and starts making complete sense. To understand 3 a.m., you need to understand what your cortisol is doing while you sleep. Most people think cortisol is a stress hormone, and it is, but it's also a wake hormone. Your cortisol follows a daily cycle. It reaches its lowest point around midnight. Then it begins rising. By 6 to 8 a.m., it peaks. That's the cortisol awakening response, your built-in morning alarm. But here's what most people don't know. The rise doesn't start at 6 a.m. It starts around 3 to 4 a.m. At the same time, your blood sugar is at its lowest point of the night. Your body temperature is starting to rise. Your sleep architecture is shifting from deep sleep into lighter REM sleep. All of this creates a biological window where waking up is not just possible, it's designed in. And here's the part that explains why 3 a.m. feels so specifically terrible. Your cortisol is rising, your stress system is activating. But your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational thinking and perspective, is still mostly offline. You get the stress response without the reasoning to manage it. Every problem feels catastrophic at 3 a.m. That is not a mental health crisis. That is biology. This is the most important thing to understand about waking up at 3 a.m. It's not just that you're awake. It's that you're awake in a specific neurochemical state that your brain was never designed to manage consciously. Cortisol is rising. Your amygdala, your threat detection system, is highly activated. But your prefrontal cortex, the part that puts things in perspective, that says this is manageable, that regulates the amygdala's alarm signals, isn't fully back online yet. So you get maximum threat sensitivity with minimum rational processing. That email you forgot to send. That conversation that went wrong. That thing you said 3 years ago. At 3 a.m., all of it feels like an emergency. By 8 a.m., none of it does. The problems didn't change. Your neurochemistry did. And there's something particularly brutal about 3 a.m. Everyone around you is asleep. You are the only one awake with these thoughts. That isolation makes everything feel worse. Your brain, running on cortisol without its rational governor, has no ability to tell you that by 8 a.m., none of this will feel as catastrophic. You're not broken. You're just caught in a neurochemical window that your brain was never supposed to navigate consciously. So why does this happen to some people every night, but not others? 3 reasons. First, chronic cortisol elevation. If your stress system is already running high during the day from work, from relationships, from chronic anxiety, your baseline cortisol is elevated going into sleep. The 3 a.m. rise hits a higher baseline. The wake threshold gets crossed more easily. You wake up every night because your cortisol never fully settled. Second, blood sugar instability. When blood sugar drops too low during the night, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline to raise it back up. This is a survival response. It's also what wakes you up at 3 a.m. High sugar meals late at night, alcohol before bed, or just not eating enough before sleep, all of them create blood sugar crashes that trigger a cortisol alarm response. Third, broken sleep architecture. Your sleep moves through 90-minute cycles. Around the 3rd or 4th cycle, which lands around 3 to 4 a.m., your sleep becomes naturally lighter. If anything is disrupting your sleep quality, temperature, light, stress, alcohol, this is the window where you're most likely to break through into full wakefulness. Quick, honest question. When you wake up at 3 a.m., what's the first thing your brain does? 1. Immediately starts catastrophizing. Problems feel enormous. 2. I feel fine but just can't get back to sleep. 3. Heart racing, almost like a panic response. 4. It varies, sometimes one, sometimes another. Drop your number, because your answer tells me exactly which of the 3 causes is most likely driving yours. Before we get to what actually helps, I want you to understand one thing clearly. At 3 a.m., your stress system is fully online. Your rational brain is not. That is not insomnia. That is not anxiety. That is a design feature of human biology running in the wrong context. Your ancestors needed to be alert at dawn, alert enough to hunt, to defend, to move. The 3 a.m. cortisol rise was preparation for that. It was never meant to be experienced consciously while lying in a dark room thinking about your emails. Now stop. Before the 3 things that actually help, I want you to understand something. That means you cannot override a biological event with willpower. You cannot think your way out of a cortisol spike. What you can do is change the conditions that make the spike worse than it needs to be. That is the target, not perfect sleep. Smaller spike, softer landing. Now, the 3 things, based on the mechanism, not sleep hygiene tips. First, lower your daytime cortisol baseline. The 3 a.m. spike can't be eliminated, but the baseline it rises from can be lowered. Everything that keeps your cortisol chronically elevated during the day, unresolved stress, poor recovery, no physical outlet, makes the 3 a.m. rise more severe. Lower the baseline, reduce the spike. Second, stabilize blood sugar before bed. A small protein-based snack before sleep, not a meal, not sugar, stabilizes blood glucose through the night. It removes one of the 3 triggers that amplifies the 3 a.m. wake response. No alcohol within 3 hours of sleep. Alcohol fragments sleep architecture and crashes blood sugar. Both of them feed directly into the 3 a.m. window. Third, when you wake up, do not fight it. This is counterintuitive. Lying awake trying to force sleep activates your prefrontal cortex, which increases arousal, which makes falling back asleep harder. Instead, acknowledge the biology. Say it out loud if you need to. My cortisol is rising. My body is doing what it does. By 8 a.m., this will feel different. This activates the prefrontal cortex in the right way, naming the mechanism rather than catastrophizing. You give your rational brain something to do instead of amplifying the alarm. 3 a.m. is not a malfunction. It's a biological event that has been running since before humans had beds. Your cortisol rises, your blood sugar drops, your sleep gets lighter, and your stress system activates without your rational brain online to moderate it. Every catastrophic thought you've had at 3 a.m., every problem that felt unsolvable, every night you lay there convinced something was wrong, that wasn't you. That was cortisol rising, blood sugar falling, and a rational brain that hadn't come back online yet. Now you know what it is, and knowing changes everything. If this finally explains something you've been experiencing for years, save this video. Come back to it the next time you wake at 3 a.m. and your brain starts telling you everything is falling apart. Share it with one person who lies awake at 3 a.m. convinced something is wrong with them. If you are not here to stay average, subscribe. Because this is what this channel does: brain science, sleep science, plain language. So you understand what's actually happening and what to do about it. And if you want to understand why your cortisol is probably elevated going into sleep every night, making the 3 a.m. window worse than it needs to be, that video is right here. Watch it next. It connects directly.